Hi, my name is Jamison. I am running front of house for Saosin on their 20th anniversary tour, and I'm going to show you how I run front of house. So for receiving the inputs, we receive 24 inputs in total, but right now I'm using 18 just for what the audience hears, which then we record that so then we can mix it and hear it after the show. And it's recording while the show is running. And then if I want to, I can then do a virtual sound check into the Midas to then sound check without the band being here. Up on stage, we are using a rental kit. It is a Ludwig kit. And we are using the Sennheiser microphones, which they are the E900s. And the reason why I like these microphones is because they're basically like a plug and play type of thing. So if I had to do a throw and go and really get a band set up, as long as you level it out, it should be pretty good. Now with positioning, we use the E904s, and I like to position them down directly on the batter, not towards where he's going to hit it, but just the batter itself. So when you hit it, you're not getting that huge stick attack because it's already going to come through depending on the drummer that you have. And especially with Alex, he likes to hit it pretty hard. For the overheads, I don't use them as overheads. I use them as underheads. And the reason why is because in a venue, and especially at front of house, it gets really loud when the drummer hits it pretty hard, and these cymbals, they carry through in the venue. So a lot of times I don't need to feed it into the PA as much because it's already so loud. So I like to position them as underheads and tuck them in the mix, and they do really well. It captures the hi-hat really well when Alex likes to mess with that, and it's definitely a nice little touch and makes the kit look like it's not even mic'd up from afar. So I do enjoy how it looks towards the audience, which is a huge thing for me, and especially for the band. For the kick drum, we're using the E901, which normally I would use 2 kick mics, but for this drum set and this kick alone, it just carries through to front of house, and the E901 does a great job alone, just making the kick drum sound impactful. For the vocals, we're using the Sennheiser 935s, which I really like it because it diffuses a lot of the background noise that the band brings out with their amps and the drum set alone, and you really don't want that in a vocal. So a biggest battle for a front of house engineer is cymbal bleed, and these reject it really well. So compared to other mics, this mic will do the trick for you. So for monitors, we're running the Sennheisers, which are running the G3s and the G4s in combination. I know the band's looking into getting the all G4s, and luckily with this setup, they work with last gen and current gen. I know the band likes to run in stereo, and it seems pretty easy for them to dial in their mix with just an iPad and the Midas. Down to the monitor section, we have an analog split, which then goes into their DL32 and then an S32 for front of house. And the nice thing about having this analog split is if something happens at the show where one fails, I have another one that we can just quickly run into and still run the show. So my name is Jamison. I want to thank you for watching this video on the Rig Rundown for Saosin, and I also want to give a shout out to Sweetwater for helping provide whatever we need for this tour. And smash the like button.